global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned. Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. There's a breaking news that we want to share with you, and special reactions of Nigerians. The acting NDDC MD Pondei had slum during rape committee interrogation. The issue is becoming too difficult for him to handle. Don't forget that on Thursday last week, he walked out on the lawmakers that are investigating the alleged 40 billion naira irregular expenditure in the commission. He walked out on them, and when he was asked the reason why he walked out, he told Nigerians that the reason why he walked out was because the chairman of that committee was actually, he has a lot of interest in the issue that is ongoing, and that was the reason why they had to stage a walkout. But this time around, when he was interrogated, the guy is slum. We do not know the current health condition of the man right now, but Nigerians have gone to their Twitter, to respond. Social media is agog right now, and I can tell you that. And my colleague is in the house. We are going to be looking at some of the reactions of Nigerians, and we'll be talking about it. All right, let's just consider one or two.
All right, one or two Nigerians are still reacting over this. This one here is saying, certainly he's feeling fine. He's perfectly fine. Just use electric iron on his cheek. Man will talk ASAP. Low mad people are everywhere.
If this one says, if the fainting will bring about solution to the entire problem we are facing with NDDC since inception, please let the man faint, or better still, die. Please, he shouldn't die. Enough is enough, period.
This one here is saying, scam, he's perfectly fine. He should answer the questions before dying. But this one here is saying, my country, one day, one drama. They are very healthy while stealing, spending public money as personal funds, but fall sick. Immediately they are asked to render account. Why are we so scared of rendering account as the people?
Another one here says, this is the beginning, the cesspool of corruption, NDDC, more to come. Another one says, he was asked to explain to the committee the reason for the millions he paid for a consultant Clay Point Communication, and if that expenditure was in the 2019 budget, and he fainted.
This is serious. This one here is saying Olisamentu, Dansuki, Fireshare all and the rest fall under this category of fall and faint. Nigeria is a joke. These people have stolen the future of Niger Delta. The body language of the MD of NDDC shows that all of them are thieves. Akpabio and his people must not escape this.
Another one says, I thought his right hand man seated close to him once said he is a medical doctor, he should jump into action.
This one here is saying, boss, 80 billion in just 3 months. What about all the years now? Now, wow.
And this one says they should give him one dirty slap there. He didn't faint when he was looting the money. It's time for questioning, and he fainted. Anyway, let us see how the drama will end.
Honestly, this one here is saying, says, did I speak too early? Is this prayer or song go at work? All we pray for is justice. Give the man something to drink. He must leave to answer all our questions.
And this one says, see drama at the floor of the house this afternoon. The acting MD does not have any answer for the question asked him because he had defrauded NDDC, and what a country. This one says, that feint looks very, very artificial. The man was already struggling to give reasonable answers to the question being asked, and then decided to feign a feint. Pathetic.
Oh dear. This one here is saying, oh dear, Nigeria, we hear this. Shebi, you see people with the hem of affairs. No feint when him steal, but answer him feint. You see, say our problem pass just Buhari, like they always say. This one here says, fainting for simple question on how he spent 1.5 billion naira for himself on COVID-19. He fainted.
Now, there are a lot of reactions from Nigeria. If you want to read these, we will do it for almost an hour. But we just want to look at what is currently going on. As much as I'm a little bit sympathetic, being that na person Papa won't be, so we don't expect him to die at this point. But at the same time, we have to put things right, because the level of corruption has eaten deep into the skins of Nigeria, that everyone who have a little, even if it's 1 month, give a Nigerian a 1 month in an office, and I can assure you he will do just anything, just anything. And at this point that he's fainting, I strongly believe, because when you look at this country, let's be so real. You look at this country, you know that corruption is actually networking in this country. They network. Yeah, I'm serious about this. They network. You realize that the person at the top may even put pressure. We've seen the case of Joy Nunye. I don't know, they've not started interviewing Akpabio yet, but you just realize that
Nigerians can't wait.
Man, this thing is like a network. So if the first one will send signals to you and tell you, say, loot this amount of money, you send it back to them. Sir, what will be my cut? He say your cut will be 15%. I will take the rest. So by the time, and it will go down to the accountant, begin to connect some other directors that are involved. Before you know, connection here and there, and before you know, bam, they do that big stuff. But unfortunately, one person will now be held responsible. And that's the person at the helm of affair, will be held responsible to give accounts for the monies that have been looted. And all other small looters will just be sitting in a corner pretending. Some of them, immediately they start perceiving that there's going to be this overhauling audit that is going to take place. They throw in their papers and walk away.
This is always not too common. Forensic audits.
Yeah.
It's not common with Nigeria. So most times you don't get to see people resign. But this is unique. If he had known that this is going to be what will happen in his tenure, honestly, he would have thrown in the towel before now.
Yeah.
But there's always business as usual. Nigerians are waiting. As soon as they leave, if not for this forensic audit, as he's leaving, another person is angry to come and take over the position and do even worse.
Yeah.
But now the question now is, based on the networking scam of governance, or networking scam of corruption, like you've given it a very unique name. If I were to be him, I don't pray to be in his shoes anyway, I will start mentioning him. So I can't go down alone.
Exactly.
I will mention. But the challenge now is, in this kind of thing, it's only going to be alleged. There's no documentation. You did all the signing.
You did all this. And now, but there's something I want to also bring up. I saw it on Twitter this morning, where some group of elderly men said that Fayose actually gave them. I saw it on Twitter. I watched the video. Now, somebody wrote there on the video. He now said that some group of elderly men said that Fayose gave them an oath to take, that they will never betray him in government. Now, that was the same thing, but I don't know how true it is. So, because for me, it's alleged, since it's not been confirmed. Now, this guy too, this woman, Joy, said the same thing, oath of secrecy.
And sometimes this oath may not be in Jesus' name, may be in Shongo name.
Do you understand?
Her name.
Exactly.
Traditional heavy.
Exactly. That's why, at the time like this, that they have been arrested and put under interrogation.
Okay.
That oath that they took, kind of because the person who was behind all these things will be putting a call to him. He said, hey, remember, I was the one that fronted you, and I made sure that you were in that position. All of this will come and go, but you need to remember the oath that you take. I told you that this, if you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. Because if you disclose my name, automatically you are going to die in 3 days. So just take that into consideration. Whatever you are seeing there, it will come and go. This is Nigeria. I'm trying to do my underground dirty work to ensure that you come out undented or you come out unhurt. So just be careful. So by the time the man will appear before these guys and they begin to throw questions at him, being that these guys are the relaxed mood, they know how to dig the document up, and then some of them are professionals. They are just lawmakers. Some of them are accountants. Some of them, they've dealt with issues like this. So they begin to dig it out and begin to throw questions. He can't stand it. And this is really pathetic. When we talk about corruption, I've been saying that thing. Buhari may not be corrupt. The big guys may not be corrupt. The small ones. And one of the politicians said something very touching the other time. He said the problem of Nigeria will still be that governance in Nigeria will still be like this for eternity, except there is a wake-up call from different direction. I don't want to mention direction he may mention of, but he said something very striking. He said, as I'm talking to you, that they are intending looters who are waiting for this government to be over so that they will take over. So you just realize the thing is already in our bloodstream. So
with all the debt Nigeria is
owing, new guys are there waiting. 2023. Immediately Buhari will drop like this, another president takes over, they will make sure. That's why you see them, they'll be running campaign for the big boys. Those who wants to be president, they'll be running campaign. Even at my local government level, I will suck this country dry. Even at my agency level, all what I need, give me this commission to handle. I know how to manipulate and take money away. So you realize that this situation is going to keep repeating itself. Where is the permanent solution that we can bring forth, to get this thing corrected once and for all, and we keep moving on?
I just hope that Pondei does not go beyond this falling. And I also hope that his heart is intact, because more questions are on the way.
Exactly.
It's not done yet, because by the time they are done, by the time Honorable Akpabio Gospel comes in, there will be name mentioning. His name will still come up.
Exactly.
See, corruption doesn't pay.
It doesn't pay.
Drink your garri in peace.
Buhari said something some few days. I saw the video in Loretta's Twitter page, and she said something, and what she said was that Buhari was talking, and he said something that accountability is very important. That he prefaced, he said, live within, those were the words. He said, you live within your means and don't give a damn. Just live within your means. Don't care what anybody will say, so that you can protect yourself. You can be happy. Have peace at all times.
When somebody do, hey, you answer, hey, because you are confident.
Exactly.
But when they do, hey, you are looking, hey, have you caught me?
What is this?